Hi, I'm Mary Kopczynski, the CEO of RegAlytics, with your update on this week's 26,701 alerts. So, as many of you know, I'm a serial entrepreneur, and I did name my first company 8 of 9 because I'm the 8th of 9 children. And one of the beauties of having such a large family is that we span the entire gamut of the American dream and its viewpoints. I bring this up because one of my sisters told me that I wasn't fooling anyone and that my videos were not at all balanced. I took offense. And for the record, my videos have been both questioned and shared by both sides of the political spectrum, sometimes even believing I think the absolute opposite of what I personally think. That said, some of you know me, and some of you know I'm truly an independent, and my viewpoint shifts based on the issue. I do not and never have blindly followed a specific political ideology. So, I've recently explained the reason behind some of the Trump administration executive orders. I have also explained the reason behind, for example, Elizabeth Warren's statements against the Trump administration executive orders, which leads us to the regulator of the week, which is New York State Attorney General Letitia James. I'll be honest, I've been a huge fan of Hester Pierce and Carolyn Pham, who are known to be of the Red Club. And I have also been a huge fan of Letitia James, who is known to be of the Blue Club. And I think it's because Elizabeth Warren is at the federal level, and when I follow the top branches of the U.S. government, I see her posts quite often. Whereas Letitia James will only pop up if some of the topics I'm following, like crypto or cyber or something, comes up because of something she's doing. Anyway, so something caught my eye, and I thought, I haven't seen her in a while, and I know Attorney General Pam Bondi had the feds file a lawsuit against her personally. Presumably, this is part of the retribution campaign. So I did a peek, and I looked her up in RegAlytics, and there were 11 alerts this week, which is actually on par with the regular alerts I'm seeing on average with Elizabeth Warren, which, for the record, this week was 13. Okay. And this is every week, like a drumbeat. Both of them have been very prolific in their anti-Trump statements. And for example, did you know that Letitia James, in the first 100 days of Trump administration, has filed 15 lawsuits to stop his various actions and 22 amicus briefs on other lawsuits? The amount of litigation going on is truly amazing. That's all I'm going to say there. And the topic of the week is crypto. It's been a while since we talked about crypto, starting with Dragon Chain. So the SEC has issued a settlement. Originally, there was a final judgment against Dragon Chain and their founder, Joseph Rowitz. Originally in 2017 and 2022, they had raised over $16.5 million through offering and selling Dragon tokens without registering the offerings as required by federal securities laws, sort of, at the time. Anyway, as part of the settlement, they had to pay over $1 million, and the founder had to personally pay $150,000. Anyway, the entire settlement was dismissed this week with prejudice, meaning they can't bring it again, following a long stream of these where the new SEC is righting the wrongs of the old SEC. But that doesn't mean the new SEC is giving a free pass to folks issuing digital assets. They also charged PGI Global and its founders for misappropriating over $57 million of investor funds for personal expenses, including luxury items, and they used remaining funds to pay returns to earlier investors in a Ponzi-like fashion. Anyway, the scheme finally collapsed in late 2021. So this was actually the new SEC continuing the good work of the old SEC. Also this week, the SEC Crypto Task Force had a roundtable on custody, and Commissioner Mark Yeda gave a speech that is for the record, absolutely worth a read if you want to get up to speed on where we are with crypto custody. He compares the old SEC with the new SEC on detailed sections of the law, including some of the best known state chartered solutions for this and where he felt there was still gray area that needs to be resolved. So go find that and read it. And last but not least, usually I don't really focus on bills unless they're passed, but New York introduced a bill that would amend state technology law to recognize blockchain technology and smart contracts. The law states that signatures secured via blockchain are considered electronic signatures, and records or contracts secured through blockchain are deemed electronic records. It affirms that smart contracts are legally valid and enforceable in commerce. So it will be cool to see if this one goes live. And that's it this week for RegAlytics. We have the global supply chain of the world's regulatory alerts in one very easy to use place. If you need a solution for anything related to regulation, give us a call.